Welcome to WROL Broadcast. I am Hate Mail, and with me today I have half the Court of Owls, or a good chunk of them. I have M4, Loot, Kage, and Alexi. And today we're going to be talking about the tier lists that we've created. This has been a long, painful discussion. Actually, we mostly agree on a lot of stuff, but there's quite a bit of stuff that we're going to argue about. So we're going to go ahead and what should we start with? We want to start with the S tier?
We just want to talk about how we got to this list in the first place.
Okay, yeah, let's start with that. So, good call. So why don't you kind of break down where we got to this list, Kage?
To really make this simplified, because how a lot of characters work in endgame versus how they work in mid tiers, it's really different because you don't have all their power upgrades and you don't have all their legendary abilities and you just kind of too many variables running around. We're not going to be able to appeal to every audience, so we decided just to make it like a standard, top, for endgame, just because they set the standard. Top 100 PvP always sets the standard for the most of PvP anyway. Most of the people in the lower tiers are going to copy off of us, so this is just us, interpreting our characters at endgame, and then you as a mid-tier player can probably extrapolate the data and then use it for yourself.
Yeah, so we thought that it would be best to, if you have something to work towards, obviously if you're Gear 9, Gear 10, characters like Bane or even Batman CC are going to be like the best of the best for you at that tier. But we also marked characters with a star or a double star that's going to kind of take that into consideration for what would be the best for a character that's going to kind of get you through the lower tiers and the higher tiers, and characters you want to focus on very early because they're going to be characters that you. So right now in S tier we have Batgirl, Black Adam, Deadshot Higher Gun, Donna Troy, Etrigan. Etrigan is S tier? Really? Green Arrow.
He's pretty high.
I thought we moved them to A.
Not all these.
You're reading from your original.
No,
assessment.
I'm reading from the spreadsheet.
You got it
with me.
You got to read column C.
Yes.
Oh.
That's our vote.
Okay, hold on. Where's column C? What's a 5? I don't know what the hell a 5 means.
5 is S.
Yeah,
If you go to the-
5 is S
yeah.
tier.
But why aren't
Yes.
they letters?
Because you cannot have
Because he didn't
letters.
put the logic into the thing yet.
Oh man, this is why I hate spreadsheets. Well, what's a 4.70?
Because we're not supposed to
4.70 is an A,
have, it's an
but it's a really
No.
good A. That's like an A you really want.
Oh man, you guys are killing me.
All right, so this is are you recording?
Yeah.
All right, so I think we should just go for the ones that we all agree are S, and then discuss the ones that are, get a vote that's not a 5. You just sort by C.
Maybe what I would sort by column C.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just looking through the S tier that says 5. Okay, so S tier then would be Black Adam, Deadshot Higher Gun, Donna Troy, Green Arrow Castaway, Hal Jordan, Green Lantern, Red Robin, Steppenwolf, and Wonder Girl, which I think we all agreed on. So the ones we don't have an agreement on is Batgirl. She's a very high A. So it looks like M4, you don't think she's S tier.
A month ago, she was 5. She was an S. But now she has a lot of counters. And Wonder Girl is dying down, so I don't think she's an S tier anymore.
I don't know if I agree. Yeah, against Hal Jordan Green Lantern teams now, she's not S, but she still could carry your team in a lot of
Yeah,
cases.
she is very good.
Wonder Girl's
She's
still
very
lethal.
good.
Batgirl,
She is.
she has that no miss purge, call assist, hit chance down on a big hit. What more can you want?
I mean, if you're new to the game, why wouldn't you want to gear?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think Batgirl's phenomenal. She's got great damage and great utility.
Yeah, I really think we should
with a
leave her
pretty
S tier.
awesome leader skill.
She's high enough to the S tier across the group that I think.
Yeah, she should be S tier. She's not like unanimous, but sure, she should be S tier.
Okay, how about Etrigan? I don't know, I guess I originally put him S tier because he can take over a match.
That's going to be true no matter what. The point is to kill the other teams. That hasn't changed.
Yeah.
So I still think he's an S tier character. He's going to ramp up. He's got super good survivability. You can't one-shot him,
Yeah.
technically.
In early game too, he's phenomenal. So he's good early and late game.
I'm the only person that put him as a 4.5.
May put him
I
as
think
a
No,
Give him a
M4
4.
put him as a 4.
M4.
Oh, okay.
M4 why?
I mean,
He just likes to be a contrarian.
no, I just, yeah, he's got survivability. He's like Larfleeze once you get a kill. But other than that, he doesn't have means to deal with the problems, right?
If we let Doombox on here, he would have put him a 1. So
I mean, without help, he can't deal with the other characters. Let's say Harley Quinn, MJ, right? He's got no means to MJ.
well, I mean, technically Black Adam doesn't either.
Oh, well, with
If he
True.
misses,
Mm-hmm.
But he doesn't do anything other than kill. That's
yeah,
my-
I'll agree with
He's
that.
he's a striker. Absolutely, just a solid striker.
Right. I couldn't bring myself to bring Etrigan when I can just bring Black
Yeah,
Adam.
you know, I'm
right?
actually kind of with M4 on this. I think he probably is just like a high A because he's right. He doesn't bring anything else to the team other than sheer damage.
He powers up your Starfire.
Yeah, but if she's not an S tier, then which she'll be the next one we talk about because she can at least stun and has can't miss. Yeah, I think I'm with him on an A tier. Lou, you kind of read a 4.5, so you were. Alexi, what's your thought
I think
on
we
him?
should keep her as an A.
Yeah, actually, come to think of it, maybe I would give him a 4.5 actually, because you guys bring up some good points there.
Okay, I guess it's decided. He's an A.
All right, A tier it is. Okay.
I'm gonna adjust these as we go. Just put initial tier as kind of the final thing here. So
Alright.
the last one, Starfire. I'll concede the seat on.
Harley Quinn. We
Oh,
haven't
sorry,
talked about
Harley Quinn.
I'm
We
the
have-
contrarian here.
Yeah, I think you're the only one.
Well,
Alexi, you had her at 4.5, so
Oh no.
Yeah.
I forgot to change my vote to a 4. Sorry.
too late.
Oh, okay. So I'm not the only one. Yeah, the only reason is because Hal is so prevalent. Everyone has Hal, and he's a direct counter to Harley Quinn MJ. That's the only reason, you know?
And I agree to a point, but Harley has been. I mean, 2 weeks ago or whenever Hal was reworked, everyone would have unanimously
yeah.
put it S.
Definitely. 5 all the way, prior to Hal rework.
And
Definitely.
I realize I probably should change my vote because of Hal, but when Hal isn't there, she is a force to be reckoned with.
True.
Okay. Well, you got to think about it this way. Your RNG sucks. So how reliable is she going to be taking hits for you? Because
She's
if
never
your
reliable,
RNG screws
and
you,
she's still good.
if your RNG decides to steamroll you, you can still lose her, and then she didn't do anything for the team.
My Harley has never missed a day in her life or dodged an attack, and I still think she's great character.
Okay, so I thought long and hard about Harley if she was an S or an A. But the thing that made me vote a 5 is if you see Harley on the other team, you will adjust your strategy for sure. She is one of your priorities, if not the priority.
Yeah, you got to take her out quick.
Right, you have to game plan for her, right?
I don't know. Maybe. You can just purge her and just ignore her.
No, you can't ignore her. She'll kill your
But
mystics.
but if you just purge her and ignore her, you just said you just prioritize purging her. So
Right.
like she's your priority.
Yeah, because she will, and she'll double shot your Black Adam or your
She will.
Wonder Girl.
Her
if-
basic is so hard.
Yeah, I think we should keep her S tier.
I think she's a very high A, but with Hal and Step and DOJ or whatever, she's got a lot of counters.
And I gotta ask you about this one, Kaiga. You had Power Girl as a 4.
Yeah.
She takes over a match. I mean, I've had her punch out Mystics.
Mm-hmm.
She is such.
Yeah.
I had her punch out Penguin.
In fact,
That pissed me off.
if she gets like a Black Adam, I will dump all of my gems to make her RB5. But over I would stop Black Adam and I would put him into Power Girl because she would be an absolute nightmare at Rebirth 5.
So then you just heard that they're going to put Power Girl into Siege so that we can buy as much of her as we humanly can. We'll just dump all our money into her. Just throw it in the air, baby.
Are the owls pretty broke after this month? I mean, what's going on here?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm down another 1,000.
I don't know.
Every month we do this podcast, I just seem to be down another 1,000. So.
Yeah, I mean, with Power Girl, unless you have like a strong Mystic to take her out early, or have someone just to put buff and heal me on her, yeah, she's kind of just that broken little thing in the corner that you got to deal with. So yeah, I'll change my vote back to an S tier.
Okay, so that's, and then the last one, Starfire. I put her S tier just because you can kill the entire team if they're physical, which I find that pretty powerful. But everybody else says 4, and I guess I agree.
Yeah, because you still need an enabler, Deadshot and Step, just to make her powerful. Otherwise, without them, she just kind of does okay damage.
I can kill the entire team. I often crit. I mean, mine's Rebirth, but
I mean, if it's a Batgirl, Harley Quinn.
yeah, you're not good because they can dodge.
Scarecrow.
But if it's
Right.
a lot of, like in Siege right now, a lot of times if I see Hired Gun Deadshot and another like Red Robin, I just use Starfire and then I kill both of them with one hit
Right. That
every time.
makes her an A tier to me.
Yeah,
A specific problem. She solves a specific problem.
well, she solves all physical problem if they don't have death immunity or evasion,
And
Alright.
it's like,
and she is good
So-
against evasion. But
Okay,
we
so
won't dwell on that.
do we have agree on the S tier list then?
Yep.
Yeah.
and the last two, Steve.
All right, let's read it
Steppenwolf
off
and
one more
Wonder Girl.
time.
So S tier is Batgirl, Black Adam, Deadshot Hired Gun, Donna Troy, Green Arrow Castaway, Hal Jordan Green Lantern, Harley Quinn, Power Girl, Red Robin, Steppenwolf, Wonder Girl. So those are our S tier, and S tier is above A. That's super tier. Supreme tier.
I feel good about all those choices. I think they all warrant S.
So
I agree with those.
this is gonna be a long podcast, so I hope everybody's settling in because we're moving on to the A tier, and there seems to be a lot of discussion on this one. So what number is supposed to be A tier? Just so I'm clear.
4.
Or
4. So-
4.
Okay. Whew, man, we got some. So first one's Atrocitus.
Wait, what? That's a 3.8, bro.
That's I'm going
Ooh.
by the people that was listed initially as an A, and we're discussing why we think it's a B tier because Atrocitus is not B tier. You're the only person that voted 3.
okay.
Everyone else voted 4. So let's hear it, Kage.
Alright, so he's always had he's never been the problem. Wonder Girl was the problem on his team because she could just nuke your team with like a single punch. She was one punch girl, okay? With Atrocitus, you could leave him last, you could kill him first, it really didn't matter. The only thing he did was he enabled his teammates to hit really hard. He is strong call assist, and he back then had a really broken revive rate. Now, you really see him revive his teammates, it's mostly himself. I don't see him enraging his teammates anymore. And plus, when you're running him anyway, it's rare to, maybe it's my RNG, but I rarely see him enrage my teammates as well. The other thing, too, is that you can use Emerald Archer or Mr. Freeze just to slow him down, put the strength downs on his team, put the slowdowns on his team, and his team won't be able to take any turns. And if they do, they don't hit that much.
So M4, you want to rebuttal on that one because you pretty much agree with everything I say.
Well, the thing that I like about Atrocitus is one, he's a Wonder Girl enabler. And the second one is on defense. He gets around the lousy AI. So you can force the tunes with great basics to use their basics. So like say a Doomsday or before the Hal Jordan rework Batman Beyond, right? So that's what makes him great. And also, he can revive himself. So I think it's bugged that he doesn't revive his team anymore. But once they fix it, I mean, he also increases their damage, right? There's a lot of things going on for him. He may not be the top priority because he makes everyone around him better, and I think that's a great quality for a leader.
I think I agree. Looks like 4 out of the 5. Kage, you're going to get overruled.
I completely agree with everything you just said.
Let's move on to Bane. So I put him as an A, even though I would consider him a D character when I use him. But when I face him, I would give him an A. Once again, Kage, but M4, you said that you gave him a 3. What would be your reason you don't think he's an A?
Okay. He's an S around round 4, turn 4 or 5, but it takes him a while to get there. And if you plan accordingly, I just ignore him, and he basically just, sits there doing nothing. But if you're unprepared, at around turn 4 or 5, he's unkillable. And that's why I put him as a B. If you don't surround him with supporting tunes to protect him and get him ramped up, he's not very good.
Alexi, what are your thoughts on Bane as an A or a B?
Borderline. Because M4 does have a good point, but man, I've seen him take over matches, and I've lost matches simply because I wasn't prepared for him. And I'd still have to give him a 4 though, an A.
Yeah, I'm torn on him too.
Yeah.
Loot.
I absolutely hate fighting Bane. I tend to, when I clear boards, I like to use one team, and sometimes I don't pay attention. And then I get a Bane, and I can't kill him. And then I lost. And it happens a lot.
My problem with making him a B, because we might get crucified for it, is that everyone who is not, max tier relies on Bane to win. A lot of times, Bane is the reason they can push through matches. Especially if you're, lower gear, you don't have a lot of tunes geared.
Yep.
So I don't know.
May I also add, remember I have a RB3 Black Adam. When I look at my defense log, guess who's there most of the time? It's usually Bane or an RB Bane. Almost always. Not Deadshot Higher Gun, but Bane. That's what they use.
I will say that he is a pain, but heal immunity, buff immunity, Black Mana, Wonder Girl, people
Stun
stopped
immunity.
using Bane. Yeah, I mean, Wonder Girl, as soon as Wonder Girl came out, Bane usage rates dropped a lot because people were scared of, having him trigger Wonder Girl's whip. But he also needs a lot of enablers like Mara, Star Sapphire, Swamp Thing, Enchantress, Black Lightning. So he relies a lot on his teammates to be able to take over a match.
Oh, man. This one's tough. I still think he's probably deserving of A, maybe a low A, but...
Yeah. So you guys are talking about Bane on defense. On offense, you've got control of Bane. You can just buff him up.
Yeah.
He's good to go. No?
That's true.
I think we're maybe a smaller percentage of the user base out there. I think Bane is so important to the 10.5 community that I think he has to be an A.
Yeah, I think I agree with Loot on that one. The next one, I think we probably... Let's talk about Batman Beyond, because I would consider him an A tune, but with Hal Jordan now, and then, yeah, I think he has fallen.
So when I put my vote in for Batman Beyond, Hal Jordan wasn't a thing.
Yeah.
I had my vote in before all those buff immunity things were out there, or whatever they are, the debuff immunity. So I think I have to change my vote because he's useless at the moment.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think he's a B level tune, so we won't spend too much time on him because this podcast is going to get super long. We have next up is Black Manta, which I was kind of surprised to see M4. You're not high on Black Manta. Kage, you had him close.
Not this month.
Well, I mean, we can't have Hal ruin every character because Hal isn't going to be on every team. He'll be on a lot of teams, but he's not going to be on every team.
We thought that with Wonder Girl.
True, but you're still going to see Hired Gun Deadshot. You're still going to see Brainiac a little bit, though Brainiac seems to have taken a hit. You're still going to see occasional Batgirl. But I mean, if Hal Jordan isn't there, Black Manta is fantastic.
Yep,
I
I would
still,
have given him a 4.
so that's kind of why I think I would like to leave him a 4.
So I have him a very high B, 3.8, 3.9. So my logic is, as long as you can bring a purger like Wonder Girl, or someone who's faster than him to purge off the debuff immunities, or at least set him up. If they don't have the debuff immunity, sure, set him up. He can take over a match. He can solo a match, maybe, unless you're fighting Power Girl. But he's really good.
Well,
He's
and
just
the other
squished.
thing, I've been seeing a lot more Swamp Thing teams out there lately, and with Hal Jordan for whatever reason, and they're a pain in the butt. And I've been bringing Wonder Girl and Black Manta to deal with them, and it does seem to work.
But isn't that our definition of a B? Someone that you can plan a team around and you bring to solve a specific problem?
Yeah, but he deals with the other specific problem with the heal immunity, and he does a lot of damage, and he does all the bleeds. So, assuming you're not fighting Hal, he's great. It's just Hal is the...
And bleed characters, they can hit above their weight class pretty easily.
Yeah. Yeah, he was high enough on the scores. Let's leave him in A. Unless you...
I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
You're strong. Now, this is the next character, Brainiac. We'll just quickly touch on. I wanted to put him S. I think I was tempted to put him S, but I don't know. He seems like he's fallen off a peg. And M4, you have him a 5, so... Well.
Yes, just because of the 15% turn meter.
Oh, boo-hoo, who cares? It's a one-turn alpha strike, and that's it.
It's not for him. If a well-crafted team with Brainiac, he doesn't even have to be leader. You're not going to move.
I have not seen those teams.
I honestly, I haven't faced much Brainiac lately, and that's what made me knock him out to S tier, because if he was truly S tier, you'd see a lot more of him.
And why is that?
Because Hal Jordan's so good.
Correct. And then that's your same logic for Black Manta. You can't say, oh, he's still a B just because not.
Yeah, but I mean, the problem is even before
ways.
Hal Jordan, I didn't see a ton of Brainiac teams. I saw more Batgirl and more Hired Gun Deadshot.
I think the reason for that is the Brainiac teams are, while they're really good, they're slow. Usually if I run a Brainiac team like on auto, it kind of takes a while. Not enough pew-pew, man.
But on the flip side, even the 10.5ers use him, right?
10.5
So they can beat.
I've never.
They do. Oh, they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do.
They do.
I didn't think they did.
They make sure that they go first.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good, but I don't think he's S tier good.
Okay.
All right, let's move on to Constantine.
Constantine. We had, wow, I was surprised. I had him A tier. Loot had him A tier. Alexi, you had him B tier. What was your thoughts on him?
Another victim of Hal Jordan, of course. There's no other way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, another victim of Hal Jordan. See, that's the problem is we're too, I think we're a little too
High end.
Enamored
with Hal Jordan.
Oh, that's one. And second, he's a lousy leader.
On offense, maybe.
Right. Exactly.
On defense, he's really
He's
frustrating. He's very frustrating.
He was the priority target, but not anymore.
Not anymore, no.
That's
All
why
right.
he's fallen
All
off. I
right.
would have given him an A.
He's borderline. He's definitely borderline in my mind, but.
Yep.
So let's move on to Green Arrow, EAGA, Emerald Archer. He's another borderline AB, I think, too. I had him A, Kage had him 3.5. M4, you've been rough on these characters. Contrarian.
I mean, look at my comments. He's another victim of Hal Jordan. He's gonna be the next Wonder Girl.
I don't know. Maybe.
That's it.
I think I agree with you on B. I mean, he's really good, but even before Hal Jordan, you didn't see him that often. I do hate facing him, though, because he always seems to kill my mystics. Anybody have any strong feelings otherwise? Or okay with moving to B?
I think he's a good B. I don't...
Yeah.
Because unless you get that his debuffs in, he's just not going to do that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so it looks like we all agreed on Larfleeze as an A. Lex Luthor, AW Lex, we all agreed as an A. Red Hood, we agreed as an A. Swamp Thing, A. Wally West, Iron Flash, this is one where we had a little bit of disagreement. Me and Kage actually had him as an A. Loot,
I hate him.
Lexi.
One of my least favorite characters in the game. Not only that, I bought his skin because I couldn't stand looking at Iron Flash.
That is not
petty.
what we're grading. That is not what we're grading. So what I don't like about him is, all right, he gives your team turn meter. You go first, but Brainiac does that for free. So after he does that, what else does he do for you?
He can spam it over and over in a match, dude. He can kill Reds in a pinch. Come on.
He does, I mean, I think he does good damage. He brings a lot of utility. He brings the speed up. I mean, he controls turn meter. I mean, with him, and I can't even believe I'm saying this, it kind of physically pains me, but when he's with World's Greatest Detective and Donna Troy, he can really get moving.
Right, that sounds like a B to me, right? He needs those tunes to be great.
Oh, that sounds like Bane.
Yeah.
No, he's a strong utility character. He brings much stronger utility than Bane because turn meter is super important, especially for slow characters, man. AWLX, Wonder Woman Pot, a lot of slow characters. You can just move them up, put the speed up on your team, and make them permanently faster for the duration of the match. Brainiac is just a one-time speed bump.
All right, Alexi, bring us home.
I'm on the fence on this one. I initially hated Iron Flash at the beginning, but I warmed up to him, I give him a 3.5. Split it down the middle.
All right, that's a
That
B.
doesn't help, Lexi.
Deal with it.
All right, Wonder Woman Pot, we have her as an A. I'm not even going to let May M4 talk about this one.
So my comment here is her kit is an A. Like I took her L5 right away because her kit is amazing, but her stats needs a boost. But other than
she
that,
can take a
she's
beating.
an A.
She does good damage.
I think she needs a rework.
What?
Not even a rework. I think she needs a stat rework.
What?
Yes, she does. She does need a stat boost.
He's
That's
a
it.
tank, dude.
She's an A. I mean, yeah.
Fine. Oh, but and also she looks
Name
like a
me
midget
name
when
me
she's
one
leading.
red besides Batgirl that can one-shot her. Or not Batgirl, Batwoman.
Yeah, she's tanky. So hard to kill.
All right, so Aquaman. Okay,
Maybe.
looks like we're moving into B's now.
Okay.
So let's move.
Wait, is that all our A? Yeah, that's all
Yep,
our
that's
A's,
all
yeah.
the A's. So we're moving to B's.
Mhm.
So Aquaman, KOA. I don't remember what's his real name.
King of Atlantis.
Arthur
King of
Curry?
Atlantis. That's right.
Mhm.
So Aquaman, we have him as a. I had him as a B. Loot and Alexi had him as a C. So let Loot, if you want to chime in as to why you think he's not even B.
I just think he's terrible. I don't have a lot to really back that up with, but I have no reason to use him. And when I do use him, I don't really want to. and I don't usually win.
He doesn't fit your playstyle. That's okay.
To me he's just garbage. But he was great, like when he first came out, when he countered Green Arrow. But I don't know. Now he's just pointless to me. Absolutely just pointless.
How about you, Alexi? What's your thoughts on him?
I'm going to have to change it to a 3, actually, thinking about it, because he's actually a pretty good counter to Steppenwolf, now that I think about it. Yeah, I changed to 3, actually.
All right, so we'll leave him as a B since the majority.
All right.
Arsenal, it looks like I was the only person that had him as a B. Everyone else
Yep.
thinks he's a C level character. I didn't think he was that bad. He gives all the strengths down. He does decent damage.
No, he doesn't.
He's actually pretty good on defense.
He's actually
just
high-
really annoying.
He's a high C in my mind because he can really mess up a lot of strategies, a lot of pew-pew strategies with the int down and the strength downs.
Yeah.
That's about it.
All right, I guess I'll move him as a C. So it looks like the next couple ones we're pretty in agreement on. So Batman World's Greatest Detective we have as a strong B. Batwoman. We have some of us had him as like had her as a high B. I agree. She's borderline A, but she's like we all agreed on that. Black Canary. It looks like all but Loot agreed she's a B. Black Lightning. Looks like Kage, you had him as an A. The rest of us had him as a B. Pretty good support character. Catwoman, we all had as a strong B. Clayface, we all had as a strong B. That's another character that was ruined by another character, and then there was a few other better characters that came along. But if Wonder Girl didn't exist, I guarantee he'd be S tier.
Yep, agreed.
Deadshot, Suicide Squad. It looks like me and M4 are the only ones that saw him as an A. Or a B, not an A, excuse me. Had him as a B. So, you guys really don't think he's B-level character? I mean, he does great damage.
He does. And he counters, turn meter off.
Turn meter down.
I don't know. I feel like in the current meta, he's just doesn't.
I've actually been using him
Doesn't
more
really do
lately
anything.
because when there isn't Donna Troy, I can use a combination of him and Two-Face to nuke down all the Mystics.
Yep.
So him and another red.
Yeah, I mean, no other red can do it by themselves.
Deadshot, Red Robin, I don't know.
They can only do a single target. I'm talking about AoE.
Right.
AoE, Castaway?
Castaway can't one-shot.
Yeah, but
Mystics.
doesn't his kit require to have agility downs on the enemy?
Only to use his basic out of turn.
Right. Not the AOE doesn't come into
No, the
extra
AoE
damage.
is almost guaranteed to crit too.
Right. And
Alexi-
you can hand out
Alexi,
those
back me up here.
adjutants.
Yeah, but I think he's a one-trick pony. Just that AoE, and I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that great.
you bring him for the AoE and then what?
Yeah, and then what? Yeah.
Alright, fine. I'll give him a C.
Crumble,
Majority
crumble.
So, Deathstroke. We gave him a B.
Wow.
Kage gave him an F.
That was just you. Oh, wait. Luke gave me B.
Loot and me are actually the only ones that gave him a B. Everybody else gave him C or D.
I want to hear Luke. Why do you think it's a B?
I don't know. He's
Yeah, if you're
maybe he should. I have no answer. He's not
I mean,
a B.
if you're
he
if you're
he doesn't
dumb,
he gets killed too quick.
if you're dumb and you kill off his teammates, he'll kill you. He'll hurt actually. He'll cripple one of your mystics. How about that? But he won't do anything beyond that.
I agree. I'm rethinking it now.
We'll do a C.
I'm gonna
And-
go
and-
with the C.
Right. And now that Flash is fixed, Deathstroke goes down even faster.
Yeah, but nobody's going to take that ability. Because it's worth it.
Oh, you guys didn't hear that Flash isn't really fixed?
Really?
That's
You
what
guys
we're-
didn't hear about that?
That's what we're
He's still giving
No, that's 'cause they
awareness
didn't
to the
update.
enemy.
That he's just
No.
he's
he's
easier
fixed,
than
he's
Kage.
fixed.
He just gives it away.
Whoa, dude.
Wait,
It's a little
did you
personal.
just say that that's because the guy didn't update his game?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
he
fixed. I
updated.
just
Yeah, that guy didn't update his game. That was
Oh, my bad. Okay, I'm wrong.
okay. Next one. Let's move on to Doomsday. It looks like the majority of us thought he was a B. Alexi and M4 thought he was a C.
Alexi, you're the one
That
who
was
watched that
the two.
video where
What?
they soloed that Batgirl Donna Troy team.
Yeah, I know.
No, that's a typo. I think I want him a 3. Or a B.
I was a borderline 2 or 3 on that one. I really...
All right, so we'll leave him a B. Enchantress, we all
Yeah.
have as a B. Flash, we all have as a B. Harley Quinn, quite vexing. Everyone has her as a B, but Loot. So we'll just move on because she's good. Huntress, kind of surprised at how many people listed her as a C. Because she's a solid tier, especially lower tier. I mean, there's better options, but that's kind of what a B character is.
I think if you look at her from the eyes of the 10.5, she's great.
Mm,
I mean, if she
Good
gets
point.
a kill, she's still really good.
yeah.
To me, she kind of seems like a one-trick pony because you
I
kind
think she's a
of...
true trick pony.
What is it?
Killing and evasion.
Evasion.
But she's also got the heal immunity too, which is kind of nice on her basic.
It's gated. I don't know. You'd have to plan pretty hard to get that 50% mark to get the heal immunity in. But when
When
it
you have
hits,
my RNG, the rare times I face a Huntress is always when she kills my reviving character with her basic. So
Okay, I'll concede she's a solid B.
Yeah, I think when you take into consideration the lower levels,
I agree.
she
Okay, B.
she's worth B. Jessica Cruz, I think we all had pretty much as a B except for M4. You liked her even less. John Stewart, this is where I was the only person that put him as a B. Everybody else has him as a C. I like the turn meter, and it's easier to meet that gate where he's below life than I would have expected, but I guess I'm overruled here, so we'll list him as a C. Katana, we have her as a B. M4 even had her as an A. Killer Croc, same thing. I know you like that Killer Croc, M4, from that Siege.
I do.
Yep.
Killer Frost, we all had her as a B. Lobo, B. Martian Manhunter. Loot was the only one that had him as a C. Mary Marvel, Loot was the only one that had her as a C. Mira, we all had as a B. Mr. Freeze, we all had as a B. Penguin, this was one that got listed as a B, but we had... Wait a minute, why is he listed as a B? He was listed as an A.
No, that was you.
That was your original score.
Oh, okay.
But then your score changed, and if you look at the numbers,
yeah,
you got
say
3 that are
S
voting
tier.
for S tier.
I still don't think he's worth S tier. He's up there, but I don't think he's S tier.
You voted
So
4.5,
Penguin
my
used to
guy.
be
I don't remember. I didn't put any
Penguin
numbers
used to
on
be
this.
my least favorite character in the game, and honestly, I think I love him now. I think he's awesome.
I think he's really good, but I don't think he's quite S tier because he doesn't bring as much utility as a Donna Troy or the likes, and he can still get punched down fairly quickly by like a Power Girl or something. Even Hal Jordan kind of shuts him
Yeah.
down.
Power
what-
Girl also hits without below the shield,
Yeah.
below the belt, below the shield.
I mean, he's borderline, but I think he's not quite S tier. But he definitely should be A, at the very least.
I'm curious to see what the viewers think of Penguin.
I would say that most of them wouldn't even put him in A tier.
Wow.
Well, because they've never used Penguin, that's why.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of people haven't. So let's move on. I think we're everybody okay with A tier for him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poison Ivy, B tier, we all agreed. Robin, B tier. M4 was the only one that thought he was a C tier. Which I mean, yeah, I mean, he's kind of borderline too. Scarecrow, we all had as B. Shazam, we all had as B, except for Loot. Silver Banshee, we all had as C, except for Loot had him as D.
I think she's terrible.
Wonder
I
why-
just think she's unusable.
I don't know why we had a C in the middle of this, but Siren.
I would love for Silver Banshee to get a rework.
Siren. We had as B, pretty close to you, Nat. Well, so you moved her down to C, Alexi, and M4. This is one that's popular in the lower tiers, so I think it'd be worth talking about.
Yeah, when I made these ratings, I didn't think about the lower tiers. So for the lower tier guys, definitely, I would say.
Well, this is
for the
designed
upper
for
guys,
in-game PvP, but I just
Yeah.
mean, this is designed around in-game PvP, but we're also taking that into some consideration. Give him a little extra weight.
I'd say it's borderline 2.5. Like I said,
Yeah.
Hal Jordan just makes bleed teams less relevant. So
Back
Back
still
in the
hits
day,
on
she was
time.
awesome.
I mean, she
There's
still
a
hits
stain.
pretty hard.
Well, but her sustain doesn't work anymore.
Yeah.
What do you mean doesn't work?
She gains evasions too slow, right? And right now there's a lot of can't miss tunes and also a lot of buff
A lot of
and
hurricane.
debuff immunity.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna agree, and we'll move to C on her. Superman, we all agreed on B tier. Two-Face, Luke
That's
didn't.
just you, I think.
Well,
I can't
me and
vote.
Kage.
I've never used him. I don't have him.
You guys had him in
You-
C. I would honestly list him as A tier, personally.
Whoa.
Borderline A tier. I think he's that good. I mean, there are matches where I don't have higher good dead shot, and I one-shot all the Mystics pretty often.
Half his kit is great. Unfortunately, you
I
don't
don't
have
agree with that.
half
It
his
doesn't
kit all
matter
the time.
which. I don't care which
Really?
zone I'm put in, because if I open with his AOE if I'm in his bad side. If I'm on his good side, then I just use his basic, and he takes like 9 turns.
And for you don't have him geared, do you?
I'm G10. I
Okay.
didn't go all the way.
Okay, you don't have an opinion here.
I'm not moving him off.
Do you have a
G
G? Fine.
because he is real. I like him a lot, like way more. I actually use him in Siege. That's how much I like him and trust him.
Wow.
Because you don't care about bonus things. That was why.
That's a different story. But
Richard.
Vixen, we had a few Bs. I was tempted to put her as a C. Alexi, your thoughts on Vixen?
Yeah, I mean, other than that, Randall Charge, I don't really find her all that useful.
Yeah, I'm actually almost willing to put her as a C as well. Kaya?
So she actually saved my butt a lot that last siege because there's always that power girl running around. I just use her bear attack to slap on that buff immunity. I'll grant that it doesn't proc as often as you'd want it to. It's not reliable. I wouldn't count on it.
It's 25%.
Right, really low. So the odds of her, putting that buff immunity is pretty low. But she's got good sustain. If you use her basic, she puts speed up. She's got high speed, so she's gonna take turns pretty fast. She's got a good utility kit. She's not great, but she's not crap.
Right, and her Rhino is bugged that it doesn't miss.
Hey,
Oh,
Don't worry, they don't listen.
Just edit it out. Just edit it out.
I mean, if you just keep and the AI is so smart, you just use the best skill over and over again.
Wonder
That's
Woman
what I like.
DOJ. All right, we'll leave her as a B. Even though I would be tempted to move her to a C. If we're gonna move Siren to a C.
DOJ's
She is
C.
definitely rework quality. Like,
Please
she
rework
needs
me,
it.
Wonder Woman.
Oh wait, Wonder Woman DOJ. We had majority as B except for M4 because he's very tough on these.
No, because if you use her, she's gonna die.
Wait, you put her on your auto team, dude. Come on.
I did because I put a team around her just to make sure she doesn't die, and she still does.
Well, yeah, she's gonna die, but she still does good things for the team. And whenever you pair her with Donna Troy and she's a leader, she's a pain.
Yes, I agree with that.
So that's a B.
Yeah, I think
In my
that's still a
book.
B. I mean, if Vixen's a B, now you just set a standard with making Vixen a B. So.
All right, fine.
Zatanna, I put her as a B just because I thought she was halfway decent sometimes. I don't know if she's necessarily a C, but everybody else says C, so I guess I have to move her to a C. And I don't use her enough to give her a B. Zod, definitely a B. Everybody put. Ares. Man, you guys
Man,
are
you guys
tough.
are tough.
Ares needs a rework. He's terrible.
I definitely agree with the fact that he needs a rework, but that's what I think he's a C. I don't think he's a D level character. I mean, he still can.
Yeah,
Still can give death immunity. He still does decent damage. He still enrages. He's got good sustain. I mean, he was left behind, but he's not a D.
He doesn't do decent
Yeah,
damage.
but
It's
here's
terrible.
the deal. If at his enrage, let's say there's one Wonder Girl on the other side. You enrage her and just pisses her off, and then she kills everyone.
But
although
don't
you can
use
say
her against one. I mean,
Either
there's lots of
side.
teams that don't have Wonder Girl now. Now, finally. So, I mean, against Black Adam, he'd be fine.
I still don't think he's a D.
No, he's definitely not a D. I mean, if Vixen's a B, then he's definitely a C.
Make him an F.
Let's move Vixen to C. I don't know. You guys are not high. You guys are very high on Vixen. Yeah, I don't know. I can't convince you guys.
Boom. She's a C.
What?
We can move DOJ to C.
I think
C+.
DOJ is a B character. She's still decent. She's gonna die to higher gun dead shot. She dies to a lot of the meta characters, but she still brings more to the table than.
I remember when the tier list first came out, everyone was like, "Oh, DOJ's must have." Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, "What?"
She was at one point.
Yeah, right.
At one point, Wonder Woman DOJ was one of the best characters in the game.
For like what, all of 2 weeks before Deathstroke became a meta character?
Reverse Flash came out, and then Wonder Woman DOJ, she was the savior to Reverse Flash.
Oh, I hated her then.
Yep. 50% of the time, she saved you. All right,
Alright.
Arctis we have as a C. Kage,
Arcus,
you
Arcus, he is good if he's shielded. Outside of that, he's one of those I'd rather use someone else kind of character.
So you said you'd put him around a B tier, but we put him on our top 10 worst characters.
I
what
said,
happened?
I said B minus. But no, this siege at first started off. I was like, yeah, I'm killing Reds with it, but he dies. Then I stopped using Arcus. Now I'm doing better in siege. So I'm like, all right, well, you suck, Arcus.
Well, I agree with the C rating. I think Kage, you put him as a D. Oh no, that's not D. Okay, so we're on Batman CC now. He's listed as a C. Kage, you're the only one who put him as a D. Batman CC. Really? A D?
Yeah, because what's he gonna do? Punch you and then go invisible and punch you again, and then
No,
that's
okay.
it.
He can one shot almost any mix stick if he's invisible when he gets turn 1.
Okay, so just have him in Clayface, right?
Higher gun
Or
does that
you
too?
spend that first time buffing him, so or you could just use Deadshot, higher gun.
Yeah,
Right.
you can use him with Deadshot higher gun. I mean, he's
Yep.
he's a C. He's
Mhm.
definitely not a D.
Yeah, he's one of those I wouldn't use, but if I face him, I'm gonna take note of him because he can kill your mystics.
Yeah.
Batman TDK, we pretty much universally agreed he's a C. Beast Boy, I almost think a C is too high. I think I agree with Kage. I think he might be a D character.
He's not as bad as Russell Gould.
I mean, but I think, and that's what I was going to talk to you guys about, unless, we're trying to be transparent in this podcast. This is, I was thinking we should add the F tier.
I agree.
So we'll get to that. But Beast Boy, I think, is a D tier with that in mind. I'm not sure. Alexi M4.
I still think he can work in the right comp.
Nah, I don't see it.
I've tried. I really have. I mean, his little whale attack is nice for the turn meter down, but it doesn't do much damage. His basic does no damage. And his sustainability with that, keeping himself alive, never procs.
His kid is whack, dude.
Remember when he first came out, some people can't kill
I
him.
never tried him.
All right, fine, he's a D.
We'll just change him.
Fine, D then D.
Bizarro,
If you're gonna,
we had Loot and Alexi listing him as a D. I don't think he's quite a D. He might
he's
be
not.
though. He's close. He's definitely a C, but he does do. I mean, Hal also makes him even worse, but he
Yeah.
can do a ton of bleeds. So I thought that was worthy of a C.
no, he's made of paper tissue. Dies
is.
so easily. I don't know.
Yeah, that turn 1 death meeting made no sense to me.
Yeah, it was the stupidest thing ever. Well, I don't know. I guess with how fast everybody is now, maybe, but still, it's pretty bad. He's a low C, borderline D. We'll leave him as a C since 3 of the group.
That's fine.
Cheetah, it looked like we all agreed on a C. That was exactly. Cyborg, we pretty much all agreed except for Loot on a C. Cyborg Superman, we all agreed on a C. Dr. Poison, we all agreed on a C. Dr. Fate, we all agreed on a C, except for M4, you had him as a B.
Oh, that's more nostalgia. I'm fine with a C.
Okay. Firestorm, we had as a C.
If Doom was on this podcast, he would have been like Firestorm's S tier.
Giganta, me and May, M4, sorry, I keep calling you that, had as a C. Kage, I know you hate her, so I'm not even going to ask you. Alexi, you think Giganta's a D as well?
Yeah, just horrible.
I don't think she's that bad. I can one-shot most Mystics with her big attack, and she can stay alive against everyone but Power Girl. Power Girl just wrecks her, but Power Girl wrecks everybody.
Right. My definition of a D is like unusable, but she's not unusable.
I would say D is borderline unusable. F is unusable, but she's. I mean, I use her every now and again, and not just once in a blue moon. If actually lately I've been using her more because of Hal Jordan, because I don't want to bring MJ in when I want a taunting physical, and I find that Lobo's worthless because his bleeds don't do anything anymore. That Giganta's the only other option. And she will kill that Mystic with her big stomp. She's just so slow. If they just sped her up, she'd be good. Hawk Girl, we all unanimously said a C.
She would have
They're
been a B. I'm not gonna even say that she's bugged.
Yeah, I was surprised Lexi didn't have her higher, but that's okay. Hippo, we all had C's except for Loot, and I kind of almost think Loot might be onto something. She's almost a borderline D.
Think she's like, what's the point?
Yeah, she doesn't bring anything to the team.
She brings nothing.
No. Her
The only
leader,
reason you like her is she's a Wonder Woman.
not technically wrong, but her leadership lets you heal. So with the stamina ups, okay? So if you bring her with DOJ, DOJ is going to spam that basic. Everyone's going to heal up. The call assist, the double call assist is actually pretty good. So that's worthy of a C. She's got turn meter up and strength up. That's pretty much you put like Wonder Girl light in her kit. She's got the shield up, so shield and agility up. That's pretty good. Albeit the agility was kind of worthless, but I think if with a rework, she could be a reworked into a B character.
Yeah, she's C, borderline D. I'll give you that.
I agree with that.
Kid Flash, M4, you had him as a B. I actually thought about putting him as a B. He's kind of borderline.
He's good. However, his 2 passives are worthless.
Yeah, I agree with you there. That's
His
kind of why I
active
put him
skills
as a
are.
C. I love his opening
Active skills
move.
are good.
He can control turn meter pretty well. Livewire we had as a C. Kage had as a B. This was one Medfill we had as a C. There was a couple of you that had him as a B. Kage and M4.
I remember back in my G9 days, Medfield really carried me versus the Gear 10 squads with his damage immunity, his taunting, his turn meter up on on the allies. That's mess with other people's strategy. I think you can make your team punch above its weight class if you're lower geared with Medfield.
He's not bad. I just think he's he's just a little outside the B in my mind.
Yeah,
But
he's a B minus or something.
yeah, I mean he's Vixen level. That's why I think he's a C. We unanimously agreed Mirror Master's a C. He's only good on Clayface teams. Nightwing, Loot had him as a D. I'm almost inclined to agree. He's C, borderline D. We'll leave him as a C for now. Ocean Master, we had him as a C. Kage, you actually had him as a B. I was tempted to put him as a B, but he's...
The shield meta coming out, I mean, why wouldn't you want to make him like your blue-red Robin?
Yeah, he could become
Add a
a
turn attacks with a no-miss purge. That's really valuable.
Yeah, I actually think I'd agree with that. M4, Alexi.
He's so squishy. That's my problem with him.
Well, same with Red Robin.
Red
But
Robin's
you
not
can't
that
get to
squishy.
him. But you can't get to him. He's impossible to hit.
Yeah, Red Robin, and he never dies for some reason, no matter how many times you hit him. I mean, this guy's squishier, mainly because he's a mystic, and physicals do more damage, but...
Alexi, be the tiebreaker.
Put me in a spot. I'm going to have to go with Kage when you put it that way. With the shield meta, he would definitely be more valuable.
Alright, let's move him to a B. Raven, we pretty much all agreed on a C. Kage wanted a little lower.
She's a borderline D.
Yeah, she's borderline.
Mm.
She's almost one I think I agree with D. She doesn't do anything.
She's too slow to purge Harley's, buffs.
Yeah, and you don't even care about that anymore. You have enough other characters that do it. So what does she bring to the team?
She heals people, but then she hurts herself, so it's kind of like, oh, what was the point?
Her counterattack and her basic can do decent damage. I noticed that when I fight in red alerts, but she only gets to take like 1 turn a match.
And the crit reduction, too.
But it doesn't seem to do anything.
Yeah.
When I have her on the team, I don't notice any difference in how often I get crit.
I will say, with the affinity resistance that she brings with her passive, I noticed my Pew Pew strategy doesn't work as well, but that's about it.
Loot, what do you say? Do you think C or D?
Hold on, skip me for a minute.
Okay. M4, what do you say? C or D?
Yeah, I see no reason to bring her. She's not as bad as the other D characters.
Okay. Because we're going to move a few to F, so I think you're right. D it is. Reverse Flash. Kage's the only one that likes him as a B. I think he's a C all the way. He doesn't really bring anything to the table other than fast damage to smash into a taunter.
TM down's pretty good. You were useful.
So the person can taunt longer? I don't think so. Riddler.
Yes.
I was the only person that put him as a B, but he probably is a C character.
I want him
Or
to be
Kage
a
has
B,
it.
but he's not.
Yeah. Actually, Kage was the one who put him as B.
Yeah, he's not as valuable with Hal Jordan Right now, again, we're saying he's not gonna be on every team, but I guarantee you he's gonna be on every team at this point. And then were they gonna rework Rubito anyway? Yeah, Riddler's good on the right comps. I've lost to a few Riddler comps that were pretty good.
I've never even seen a Riddler comp. That's my other issue.
So back when Shazam was playing, he was running like Constantine, Mirror Master, Clayface, Riddler, and I got whooped. Even if with Wonder Girl, I still got spanked by that team.
Moving on to Shazam Jr. Kage had him as a D. I think he's a C character. I mean, I don't think he's that bad. I even use him occasionally in red alerts because his 3 will one-shot greens, which is nice. And he's not. I mean, he brings a few things to the table. I mean, more often than not, you won't bring him, but I don't think he's that bad. He's a C-level character in my mind. Solomon Grundy, he was borderline B, but most of us had him as a C.
C. He's the only one with the unlimited revives. That's why I put him as 3. But yeah, I'm fine with a C.
Star Sapphire, unanimous. Oh no, wait, not a unanimous. We had most people had her as a B. Excuse me. So you guys had her as a B. I was the only one that had her as a C. I'm kind of surprised by that, but I guess I mean with Siege, kind of warmed up to her. I'll move her to a B since I was overruled here. Supergirl, we all had as a C. Terra, we all had as a C. Wonder Woman Coda, we all had as a C. Let's move into the D's. Aquamoa. I'd be okay with me giving him.
I have him as an F.
Yeah, I think I'd be okay with an F rating on him.
I'd be too.
Alexi,
Alright, yeah.
F it is. I mean, he does nothing. There's no reason to ever bring him. Blue Beetle, he's definitely an F. We don't have to talk about that. Captain Cold, I think I'm okay with staying a D. M4, you had him as a C.
I like his kit. He just couldn't take a hit.
Yeah, he dies so easy. So easy. And I agree with that. But I mean, he's the squishiest character in the game in my mind. Like, nobody dies faster.
If you breathe on him, he'll lose and die.
Chemo we had as a D. It seemed had a couple C's and one F, so I guess D seems like a good round number. Gorilla Grodd, about the same. M4 rated him a little higher. Loot rated him a little lower. The rest of us had him as a D, so I think that's worthy. Jay Garrick, definitely a D. Joker, CPOC, that's one that I think we could move to an F. What do you guys say?
Do it.
Do it.
Nobody's arguing Joker's damaged goods. I'm definitely okay with an F. Anybody else disagree with that rating?
Cool.
Lex Luthor survival support suit. I think he's probably worthy of a D. He's borderline F. Doombox is screaming at his computer if he's listening to this.
Let's give him a D+. Just for
Razo Ghul, absolute
Yes.
F. Sinestro, White Lantern.
I'll give him a C.
I gave him a D. Luke gave him an F. Kage and Alexi gave him a D. I'm okay with D. Even in Siege, I don't like him.
2 points in Siege.
Yeah.
Fine.
He's a scrub, dude. Like, what's his kit doing?
If he's never revived, like except for like 1 month out of the Deathstroke era, he would revive. But even then, it wasn't 40% ever. Now he doesn't revive at all. Yellow Lantern Sinestro, I think we all agree is an F.
You know what? I think what's going to happen in a couple months is they're going to rework Sinestro, and he's going to be an A tier character with his shield countering.
Oh, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Superboy,
Right.
F without question.
F.
And that
And we're
is
done.
the list, everyone. So we are going to publish this in multiple formats. I'm going to do my usual format with the legendary orders, and then we're also going to do a spreadsheet. We'll have to do we want to release a spreadsheet? I'll just release the tiers. I guess we could do a spreadsheet if people want to.
Why don't you incorporate this to your legendary order and sort them by tier?
Well, I didn't want to
So
sort
you
by
have
tier. I was going to leave them alphabetical so people could find them easy.
Okay.
I can do a tier list. I'll release this with a sorted by tier, and then I'll add it to the legendary order.
Who was that guy who emailed us who wanted to graphic design our tier list for us?
Oh, that's right. There was a guy on our YouTube page. Let me see if I can pull him up. There was a guy who wanted to do this. He said he was a graphics designer, and he was going to help us with putting this together. So if you're listening, we would love to take you up on that. We'll send this over your way, and I'll reach out to you on YouTube. I apologize, I don't have your name up now. But we will get that out, and stay tuned. We will have an episode on Alan Scott probably sometime early next. When's Siege end? Next week, or is it the week after?
This
weekend.
Sunday.
Oh, it ends Sunday. Okay, so early next week. I've been slow gearing him, so early next week. Once he releases Siege, I'll go ahead and finish him off. So we will get an episode about Alan Scott. I think we already have a Legendary Order listed from Du Bois. Playtime seems like that's a solid order to go by, but we'll do a full review on him. He's an amazing character, and I hate facing him. And I think that's it. Hopefully Siege will be out next time we do a podcast.
How much
as well.
longer do you have to wait before you can gear him?
I'm gonna gear him. I'm trying to milk out as many days because my problem is that I only have one character left and like a couple gears left on Chemo, and then if I need to fast gear like a meta level character for Siege, I could screw myself. So I don't care about my placement in Siege as much this month. I'm slow gearing them because if they add RB tokens
It makes
Siege,
sense.
I gotta wait. So it's painful because I really want to play with him because he looks awesome.
It was nice that we got that token yesterday that we should have gotten on Friday.
Yes. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and end the recording, and
Cool.
thanks for listening.
Hi, this is Renee Sylvia 88, DC Legends moderator. Thank you for listening to this episode of WROL Broadcast. If you liked the show, please help them out by becoming a Patreon and earn special rewards. Just go to patreon.com/WROL Broadcast. Please don't subject us to the creepy ogre news voice.